it happened slowly, the disconnect from me and her. And I just kind of dive in deeper to how that disconnect started happening. And obviously, what happened? I grew up. Okay. Grew up, responsibilities came. You go to school, you get the job, you get the degree, you get the job, you marry, you don't, whatever. You get the house, you do all the stuff, and you just keep building and on and on and on. And one thing I can say that really shifted everything for me was the career part. When you get a job and you're so used to getting into that routine, you pay what you need to pay, do all your responsibilities. Um, I got sucked into that and sucked into the point where I didn't have time to create. I didn't have time to do all the things that made my heart beat. I had to do what I knew how to do. Um, to make sure that life was where it should be, that my lifestyle was how I wanted it to be, and that everything met my needs and met my expectations. Um, but navigating life as an adult, it's not easy. Not only are we handling physical things, but it's the emotions, the up and downs, the pressure or these expectations, not that, the world puts on us, but sometimes we put on ourselves. Because I know for me, I love a challenge and I do like maxing out because I feel like there's always something that I should be learning and could be learning. But I am finding where I was doing a lot of busy things, there were times I should have been sitting still and just kind of reconnected with myself throughout the process. um, I just started making decisions that was based off surviving instead of enjoying, And don't get me wrong, there is a time where you have to do the things you have to do, but then sometimes you confuse that season and you blend it in to the season that you can choose. I'm realizing that getting back to me first and foremost starts with listening again. Sit in the silence, find the joy, and just hearing myself, hearing that little girl. She's been calling my name lately. And I finally want to listen.